Welcome, dude. Honestly, I might not wear headphones. Is
Okay,
that
should
fine?
I not?
If you want, you can keep them.
I'll lose them then.
Okay, because my headphones, do you have the same ones as mine?
Yeah.
Because if you
Maybe
want
not
to
the
like
exact
try
same
them,
one.
like mine's are
I think
just,
mine are different
your
here.
mine's might be better. I got like the cheap ones.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
know how it's like scratchy?
A
You
little
kind of,
bit, yeah.
yeah. Wait, let me test yours. Testing. Mm, yours are, I
They're
guess, a
yeah,
little.
a
Maybe
little
it's
bit
the
better.
mic. I don't know. I guess we can lose them.
All right, cool. Okay.
Okay. Uh, yeah. If there's anything you like want to cut out and you want to like not keep, because I'm just gonna like randomly ask you questions, because I feel like I have a
Okay.
problem where like I don't really know like how much people want to share.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just
I
tell me.
can. I'll like timestamp it, or I'll like remember. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna record so I can timestamp.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Um, so how's your day going?
My day's going great. I woke up pretty late. Um, Watching Stranger Things, making music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you made music last night.
Yeah. It's something I do on my in my free time, just trying to like relieve stress. It's a great thing for me when I'm really busy or when I'm not really busy. It's more of a hobby. A lot of people have like asked me like, "Oh, do you want that to be a career? Do you want to be a musician full time?" Like every single time my response is like, "Hell no." I would never want to be a musician specifically because in the future I want to have like a relationship and family and
Mm.
that if I am not successful as a musician financially that would be awful, and then if I am, I won't be around because I'll be on tour or I'll have other responsibilities where it's super like inconsistent, and I would hate to have that lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll never give up music.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
I respect that perspective. I think I've like thought about that too a little bit. I got into surfing over the summer, and like it's like literally my favorite thing to do right now. And I've like never experienced like anything that fun. And I was thinking like, what if I just like turn this into a career? Like if I actually like, got good and I just like start competing. Like obviously I'm a little late because I'm like 19 already.
Yeah.
But just say I did, like I don't know if I'd want to like do it as like performing or like having to like
Yeah.
make money like financially
Yeah.
make money through it. And I guess it's also hard too because you have to maybe it's not like music. Like music you have to give like tours and stuff like that.
Yeah, it kind of my thought process on when people really enjoy something and it's fun, I feel like when that gets turned into a career, it takes the fun out of it
Yeah.
and there's nothing left. Like when I look into a career, I'm not looking for if it's fun, like dopamine fun, but
Hmm.
if it's rewarding and it's like um like you have a purpose, that's what I look for in a career
Mm.
because you'll never get like bored. Yeah, it'll be hard. It'll be really frustrating at times, but at the end of the day, when you reflect, you'll be proud of yourself. Whereas in music, I would never really feel proud of myself. I'll just be
Doing
either,
something
yeah, I'll just
fun.
be either having like fun on a surface level or I'll be like exhausted and burnt out and I won't
Mm.
want to do what I used to love, which to me is kind of depressing.
That is so depressing. Yeah.
So I just want to keep it as like a side thing, just like surfing.
Hmm.
You know, when you have a different career, you could on the weekends go out and surf
Yeah.
and keep that a part of your life.
Mm. It's a good point. So so
Sorry.
so when it comes to like doing a career or um sorry, I'm not trying to be awkward. This is kind of how I am. But
I watched. Don't worry.
like when you're thinking about like doing something like for work, like instead of like music, do you do you have an idea of like it being like something that you do on your own, like more like
Mm.
entrepreneurial, or would you say it's like a normal job that you can find like purpose in?
Yeah, I would say like the opposite of being alone. I really like working with people and being social. So I've always found interest in medicine, partly because my parents were both doctors, and so at a certain point in my life, like I've always said I wanted to be a doctor since I was like in kindergarten. Um, but at some point in my life, I was like, is that just because my parents are doctors and you look up to your parents?
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked further into it, and I really actually do enjoy medicine.
Yeah.
And so I would like to be in a social part of that. I don't know what that means yet, specifically because I'm 18, but hopefully in the years to come and I get more experience,
Mm-hmm.
I figure out what that is. Like, what about you? You're in school.
Yeah.
What are you in school for?
I I'm undecided right now. Um, I would say I was pretty like academic in high school, and like I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I like for a pretty long time, because I did speech and debate, I wanted to
Oh,
do
wow.
like be a lawyer. And then I did like a couple internships, and it just like didn't really seem, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it didn't seem like too interesting. And
Yeah.
now I mean, there's some idea of like things I think would be cool like to do as a job. Like being a therapist, or like functional medicine, which is like kind of like being a doctor, but it's a little more flexible.
Hmm.
Um, and like nutrition based. But it's like to have to do something like 5 days a week for like 8 hours every day is like,
Yeah.
just anything like that seems daunting to me. Like and
Yeah.
it's like kind of sad that you have to do a job. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. It just sounds funny. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody has those thoughts. I would assume so, besides the people who are like gifted and they can't sit still, like they have to work. I wish I was one of those people, but
Do you do you actually know anybody who's like that, who like really wants a job, or like will enjoy working?
relatively, I know
Okay.
people who always are working and they don't really like they feel it's almost a curse, but they feel like they're wasting their life away by sitting around.
Mm-hmm.
So they're always working, which I know the grass is always greener on the other side. They're very like hardworking and disciplined, but also I'm sure there's a mental toll that takes where they probably have lower self-confidence and that's why they need to do that, or they have certain pressures from different people or pressures from themselves to exceed well. So, I don't.
That was me in high school, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And a lot of people, especially at the school we went to, have those pressures. And it's sad. Like, it's really impressive when they do very well in school and all these things, and it's deserves the praise that they get. But like you, I mean, talk if you want, talk about your experience with like the pressure or
Yeah.
why you did well, I guess.
Uh, well, I started slacking in senior year, and like, so, but like, like into junior year, I was pretty locked, and I think I was just like, I didn't have anything to do. Like, if I had, like, I played piano, I played guitar, like, I tried different things, but it was like, most importantly, was like getting to a good college, and like academically just doing well. Um, Not even just great, like just getting into a good college, and and I just like didn't have any other purpose, so I kind of just followed that sort of blindly.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be blind. I didn't want to be, but I didn't have anything else. It's like if you don't have any other options, you just do what you know.
Right.
So I kind of just worked pretty hard, I'd say, in freshman year and sophomore year in like school. Mm. And yeah, I was pretty like depressed. Like not horribly depressed, but like socially, I was like, I don't know if you've like listened to any of my podcasts, but I was kind of like, okay, so I was like pretty socially undeveloped or like unaware, and so I just didn't. It just felt like hard for me. I was
Yeah.
kind of sad. I didn't know like what to do, and like why it was like why life's so like dull almost and like
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
I I really empathize with that because for me, I don't really have a certain group of friends at my school.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't want to be like, pick me and be like, I don't have any friends. But in a sense, I don't really have a lot of people where I can text and be like, hey, do you want to hang out without it being weird?
Yeah.
Which is partly my fault because in sophomore year, I had like really bad acne. Like it was horrible. I went on Accutane and that severely impaired my confidence,
Mm-hmm.
which then led me to like not hang out with anybody. Like I wouldn't go to lunch. I would skip lunch every day
Mm-hmm.
and just work in the library. And all that to say, like I'm totally fine now. And that did, but that did impair my social relationships with people at my school.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's kind of made me feel like, since I don't have those relationships, I feel like I can't really connect with them. Like I feel intimidated talking to some people, even though like logically I'm like, well, why? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason I should. They're not like this god. Like this not like I'm
Yeah.
like lesser than them, but
Mm-hmm.
I still have like a hierarchy of people's popularity, I guess. Which
Yeah.
there's really there is kind of, but there really isn't.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there shouldn't be like the people who are like meant to be in your life there shouldn't be like a hierarchy.
Right. But that was self-construed for me, which wasn't good. And I don't have like a solid clique, quote unquote, of friends, unlike some people, which I'm honestly now grateful for because I've heard stories of people going to college and they hate their current situation because in high school it was amazing and they're comparing, And right now I don't have like an amazing social scene, so going to college and talking to new people, it's automatically a level up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm happy about that, but yeah, I in the only difference between you and me in high school in that sense was I felt excluded. However, I didn't translate that like loneliness or like not needing to do anything. I just like did nothing. I didn't really do school, so
Okay.
that's the only difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't a bad student, but you were an amazing student. But yeah, just like I said, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Like I would have looked at you and been like, damn, like I wish I did that well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. Surprisingly, despite my grades, I think I'm like the 45th percentile of my class, which is kind of crazy. I'm not going to say my GPA, but like it's
good.
okay. Well, it's like,
Or yeah.
yeah, it has a 4 at the start, which is like automatically that shouldn't be bottom 50%,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So like, yeah, but when I look at people like you, and there are a lot of people like you,
There's a lot, yeah.
I feel lesser than just because that's kind of the culture.
So you feel like your self-worth or the way that you like see other people like in this hierarchy is based off of grades?
Not quite. It's a little more complex than that. It's two completely separate feelings. There's a social hierarchy where it's like, despite if they're smart or not, they're like popular.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means really, but they get along with everybody and everybody likes them. And they're hanging out with people and all that stuff. Whereas I also look at the smart people, especially the smart people who are also socially aware and like have friends. I'm like, I want to be that person. But everybody has, I acknowledge that everybody has their issues.
Yeah.
And for the 5th time, the grass isn't greener on the other.
The grass isn't green, or the grass is green?
It isn't.
Isn't. Wait, what does that mean exactly?
So like, it's like personally, I want to have better grades, so I would look to like you, and I'm like, the phrase "the grass is greener on the other side" means like that's normally not what people say, but that means like, oh, he's so smart, like he's so disciplined, he has
Yeah.
an incredible work ethic. I want to be Ryan, like I want to be you.
Mm.
But then I actually, let's say theoretically, hypothetically, I become you, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, oh, this sucks, like
Yeah.
and then so
Okay.
it's like the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's not better. Everybody has their struggles, regardless of their
Okay.
positives.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody has their struggles. So it's never good to compare yourself, and that's a telltale. But
I don't know if I talked to you in high school, but
no, he did not.
yeah.
I don't think one word.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
like
I've looked at you. But
you know,
yeah.
you didn't look at. I was like looking at everybody, like just noticing stuff. Like I'd probably noticed you in high school,
Probably.
but I just like it's interesting. It's like you can't really tell what people are feeling or going through. So like it's interesting that you say that because I didn't get that, or I wouldn't expect that. Like you,
Yeah.
I guess having that like insecurity.
Me?
Yeah, or not like insecure.
No, I'm not. It is an insecurity.
Yeah, but
No,
like
I'm just curious why. Like actually, like you.
you seem like well, I guess I get it now, but I could see how like you're like you have stuff that you like doing and it I guess gives you some amount of confidence and also just like you don't you like I guess you don't come off as socially awkward,
Right.
which is I guess like a signal that you might like be okay with the way things are going socially.
Yeah. I mean, I do fake it till I make it. That's like kind of one of my mottos. Like
Okay.
if
Yeah.
I'm like feeling super, like one of my biggest things that I've done that's like changed my whole life and changed my perspective is like when I wake up and I'm like super tired or like don't want to go to school or anything, I like I like specifically tell myself this is gonna be a great day. Like put a smile on your face. Like I
Okay.
like truly try to internalize it. I don't just like say it to myself and like subconsciously it's like that's not fucking true. Like this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely try to, and I like listen to happy music or music I love and like put a smile on my face even though I'm not happy inside.
Uh-huh.
It like it changes your mood
Mm-hmm.
because one, the physical act is like it doesn't work all the time, but like it makes you more positive, and then if you're around people, it leaves an impression on them. Like one time, do you know who Mr. Ford is?
Yeah,
Like a
the
teacher at our school.
band teacher. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was walking in and it wasn't like the worst day, but I wasn't having a great day. But I still was smiling, and he's like, "What are you so happy about?" I'm like, "I don't know." And at the end of our conversation, he was like, he had like a stone cold face, and at the end, he was like smiling. I'm like, "Look at that! I made you smile." And it's like it's a reciprocatory like thing.
Yeah.
It sounds so
Reciprocatory.
stupid. That's not the right
That's
word, but you
definitely
know what I
the
mean.
real one. Yeah.
But like my dad always told me that when I was like 5, like just like you can change how you think, but I never really listened because it's so stupid. Like it sounds like oh no, change your perspective. You're gonna enjoy that chem class like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you really don't like chem, it's gonna suck. But how much it sucks, I guess, can be up to you, which is cool. I really like that. But yeah, going back to that. Sorry, I just went off on a tangent. Oh my god.
No, go ahead. You can go on tangents.
But like I was close friends with a lot of people in your grade, and I always wanted to be in your grade. I'm really old for my grade, so I wish I was in yours.
Oh,
Ever since like 5th grade, but
it's quite a long time.
yeah. But I always saw you as like you have your close friends, like your little group, and you to me from an outside perspective, you seemed totally fine.
Yeah.
You know? And well, you just said you weren't totally fine, which is nobody is,
That's so weird. Yeah, yeah.
You know? And I don't know, it's interesting how sometimes little other people really notice.
Yeah.
Like
I thought
little.
you said you didn't look at me.
Okay, I did at the very end of the year.
Oh, wait, like after you heard about my podcast or
No, no,
like
no.
not?
I started like
Oh no. What is
no,
this?
no, nothing about you. I just like started talking to somebody in like near you. And so I
Oh,
just like
okay.
just saw you more around.
I see. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like, do you ever struggle with the problem where it's like where you like try to come off like I know it's like one thing to like internalize positivity and like be like yo put on a smile put a smile on your face and like that actually allows you to just start thinking more positively, like allowing that to just like make you happier. But another thing is like, and something that I really like had this badly in high school and I still have it a little bit, but it's just like trying to appear happy or like appear like cool in a certain way, like like in very nuanced ways too.
Yeah.
And it gets really complicated. Like, how am I gonna come off as like happy or like cool or like socialized to other people? And then it just becomes like a performance.
Yeah, that's
And that's like, I guess like it's like even just standing with people. It's like I'm standing with Kyber and Kyber's like cool. So like everyone will
Kyber.
think I'm like a cool, like okay, like I have friends, like
Yeah.
and that's like really
I
like,
think about that all the time. I
okay,
think
yeah.
about that all the time.
That's good. That's good
But
to hear.
but when I'm trying to be positive, it's not a performance. Like it is, but it's not a performance for anybody else. Like that's where it gets mistranslated. Like you hear all the time where it's like, yeah, I faked my smile. Like I was never happy, but I didn't want to like burden anybody else, or look like a miserable kid or pick me or
Mhm.
whatever. It's different. And like there's a certain ambiguity where it's like if you're really not that happy, like it's not like I'm happy all the time. Like or like try to be happy all the time. There are times where I'm
Mhm.
sad. And there are times in my life where there's a continuous sadness or, depression or exhaustion. Like I'm not all the time happy, but
Sure.
or trying to fake happiness, but I think you can change your perspective on like my family has a saying where it's like, or not even my family, it's everywhere. Um, you can't like decide what happens to you, but you can decide how to react to it. So you have to go to school, you have to go to all these classes. Let's say you hate some of these classes, but you can change your perspective and be like, well, at least I'm not this, and it like evens it out. Like at least I'm not doing this and think about something you really hate and you're like, okay, this isn't that bad. Like it's not fun at all, but it's
Yeah.
better than this,
Yeah.
And if something slightly goes good in your day, like dramatize it, like make it seem like it's a huge thing.
Mhm.
So it inflates the good to bad ratio in your day.
Yeah.
Like, you have to trick yourself kind of, but
Mhm.
like the social pressure of everything, oh my god, like I think about that every time I'm in a social situation. Like, how do I look? Do I look like I'm a loner? Do I care? No, most of the times I do. Do I
Mhm.
like all the social pressures that go into it? I hope to outgrow that at some point because I'm just so confident in myself, and that just takes time and experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way.
Mhm.
And that's kind of why in social situations people like get drunk so they don't think about that.
Mhm.
It's not fun being at a party sober because you are always thinking like, well, how do I look? Like I don't know if I'm saying the right thing, like, or some, those thoughts, you just want to silence them, and that's why people
Mhm.
get drunk most of the time, or they
Ye-
just want to feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
Um, but I mean, there are some like outlier cases. So I'll just go back to it. Um I talked to, I think, one of your friends. I don't know. I only know this because like you went to Disneyland for grad night with that whole group,
Okay,
you
yeah.
know.
That
But
was like a lot of
it was
people.
a lot of people. Like how did that? I'm curious. How did that like group form?
Ooh. Oh, it's just like a bunch of like boys.
It was.
I like sort of, I don't know, like I kind of individually knew different people from like classes and whatnot.
Right.
Uh, and like somebody knowing somebody else stuff. And then, but I think they were like friends, like the base of the group. Mm, like some of them were from middle school, like they knew each other in middle school and kind of just continued being friends. And then there was like new people in high school, and then they had their own like friend group, and then they sort of merged, and it's like all, I guess like went came together.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember who else, and then there were some girls too. Were there girls in their group? Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's two girls. They were just friends, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then like one of the girls like, or both of them I guess know people in the friend group, so they sort of just decide to hop on, maybe because like they don't like have a big group of like girls, like in terms of like a clique or a friend. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. Well, I guess I was just like I didn't know if it was like, well, you were just talking about how you felt a little insecure socially, and I was just wondering if like reality didn't match up with your head. Like like possibly you underestimate like how okay you are socially. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if that group was totally normal and you guys are having fun, and if I asked every single person in that group, like hypothetically it would be weird if I did, but like if I said like, yo, did you have fun with Ryan?
Yeah.
They'd probably be like, yeah, like it was fine. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like I
Um.
I know it's weird. Like that would be
Okay.
weird for me to ask. But like I had asked somebody, or like not about the specific trip,
Mm.
but like about you, and they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's smart, he's nice, and he's chill, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So I think here's the difference. So
Okay.
like people can have fun with the version of you that you put out there, but it's not like your full self.
Ooh,
Like they can have fun with that, and but it's like you're not having fun if you're not being,
that's true.
if you're like, no, you're kind of performing to some degree, and
Yeah.
the moment that you stop performing and you start like, I don't know, there's like, it creates some sort of like, you realize that you guys have differences in values, or there's like some amount of difference in opinions and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, like two like real like friends should be able to be like, yeah, we have differences that, but like we both value the same stuff, like respect, kindness, etc. Then I still choose to spend time with you. And so
Yeah.
I feel like in high school I never really gave the like other people my full self. Like I'm scared to like disagree with people or create conflict with people.
Mm.
That's why I don't know if you've noticed it. I don't know if I've really done it that much today, but just like I'll say yeah a lot, like yeah, like yeah, like yeah, and I just really like go to response because I don't want to like disagree with you. And then
Hmm.
if there's something that's like a change of course or something, I'm like kind of scared to say it because you might like dislike me. And
Yeah.
so yeah, so that's kind of how, like, I guess that's why some people will be like, yeah, I had fun with Ryan, or like, and I probably have this with other people too, and be like, I had fun with them, but like I don't want people faking around me or like performing around me. Like I want people to be like perfectly comfortable in their own skin around me and like be themselves. And if we're like two different personalities, I can like be respectful and be like, okay, like we don't need to hang out. And because that's, I guess, what I have. That's like the standard I guess I've learned for myself now. But in high school, don't think it really had that. So it didn't feel like friendship to me. Or didn't feel
Mm,
like I was like in a social group, but it wasn't like
yeah.
it didn't satisfy like my need for like connection or love fully. You know.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really interesting actually. Um,
Do you think you have that to, or do you feel like when you have fun with people, you're like, yeah, I have fun with them?
yes, I think at this point with some of my friendships, I've been friends with them for so long that I could do probably literally anything and
Yeah.
it wouldn't matter, you know? They could
Okay.
think it's weird. But on a moral and honestly like political level, like we agree. So all the dumb shit that I would say or do, it didn't matter because it was stupid. Like
Yeah.
I got to, I'll say this, I'll reframe this. I got to the point with a person where we agreed fundamentally. So beyond that, you're so close that it doesn't matter what you do because you can probably get over it with communication if you upset them or if something goes wrong.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I agree with you in the sense where I mean you kind of have to fake it a little bit. Like you can't be your full. I'm not my full self right now. Like I mean, because there's a time and place,
Yeah.
and I can be the stupidest person with some people, and then professional kind of here,
Mm-hmm.
and then super like non-interesting and kind of bland with the other people that I'm intimidated by being with, you know, and like it's just it's hard because I, at least personally, want to be this confident person that everybody respects, even if they don't like me. They're like, yeah, Ryan's fine. Like, I don't want to have a conflict with anybody, and I assume that's how you feel. So I
Mm-hmm.
never want to, do something that provokes conflict or like could provoke conflict. So I agree with you,
Sure.
and I like to be neutral, but I think it's good to not be neutral with a couple of people so you can be your true self and get that out of your system
Yeah.
with a couple people and
Mm-hmm.
then you can fake it a little bit with other people because you kind of have to,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, honestly, okay. So I've been thinking about that, right? And there's like this quote I came across that said, uh, being authentic doesn't mean being fully transparent. It means like being in alignment with your values. And if
Hmm.
one of your values is just like being kind, being like humble, being sociable. Not, I don't know if being sociable is a value. Then like you won't really start like goofing off with people you don't know and like weird them out or like decide to like argue with them
Right.
about something you disagree with because they said it because you're being authentic because
Mm.
you know that like having an argument with them, especially if you know they don't align with your values, is not going to go anywhere.
Right.
So I think you can be fully
Yeah.
authentic or fully yourself. It's just not like the way that well, we normally expect it when it comes to like being like transparent.
Yeah.
Was what I thought before. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
no, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good definition of authenticity. I think that's, I mean, relatively innate. You don't want to be like too crazy when first meeting somebody because they're gonna think you're weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like the arguments, I don't think I've ever had an argument. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. I mean, more of like when I disagree either morally or politically or something about like religion or something with somebody, most of the time, it's never been an argument. It's been a discussion, sometimes a heated discussion.
Okay.
But it's always been like, I'm going to say my point, you say yours, and I'll try to keep an open mind. I hope you try to keep an open mind. And we can like discuss our thoughts in a respectful way. Like I used to row, and the rowing community, at least in my place, is very like leaning right.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not that far right, and I had my best friend at the time. He was pretty, far right, and so I would talk to him, and we would disagree on certain things, but it was never in a disrespectful way, which I loved. Like I love talking to people with differing beliefs, if it's respectful, because you can't do anything else. Like right now, like there's a very large separation between like the parties.
Mm-hmm.
Like politically, it's very polarizing. Is a better word.
Yeah.
So what are you supposed to do? Not talk to each other, or like shit on other people for their beliefs? That's going nowhere. That's gonna make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Despite what it is, despite how strongly you feel about a certain topic, you getting mad at them will never work, in my opinion. Like never work, because they're gonna think you're the idiot and then double down on their beliefs if you yell at them.
Yeah.
So even if it's life or death for something,
Mm-hmm.
like you gotta just approach it in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It is really
Oh.
difficult, especially for when you feel so strongly about something, to just respect the other person's beliefs. It's it's really hard. That's why it tears families up and breaks friendships. And yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how I got into politics.
It's interesting. It's interesting to me, like kids, or not kids, like people our age who are like invested in politics to some degree.
Yeah. They are mostly very, very, very stubborn on their beliefs, which they do. At least I know a person who they're very stubborn, and they research a lot, and they know what they're talking about. But if somebody opposes with their beliefs, that person's screwed. Like they get yelled at. They'll like that.
Mm-hmm.
The person who is so stubborn in their beliefs, they'll get so mad. They won't like listen to the other person's perspective. Even if I agree with that person who's getting mad, like with their beliefs, I'll still I would never approve of that, because it's just so, if you think about it, just so not efficient.
Yeah.
Like it's just doing nothing. Yeah. I'm sorry, I think I cut you off.
No, you're good. Good. We're kind of started talking about relationships
Yeah.
right now, and I was gonna ask you about other topics, but okay. Well, here's one last question on relationships.
Yeah.
If you still want to keep on talking about
Of course.
there's like in college, I'm like meeting a lot of people,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to like figure out like who. Like, what exactly constitutes a good friendship? Like, what constitutes a good interaction with somebody? And what I've been finding is just that I could be wrong about this, but a lot of kids or people our age are immature. Like, they seem like, I don't know. They just don't, like, I guess, I don't want to be speaking like as if I'm from like on a high horse, or if that's like an expression.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people don't think deeply, or like guys don't seem to express their emotions or feel deeply.
That's true.
Like not even in the stereotypical sense. It doesn't like seem like it comes like they want to talk about it.
That's true.
And also I just don't understand Yeah, I don't. I guess like you know how like people are supposed to be. You're like there's certain people who you're meant to be friends with, or like when we talk about romantically, it's like the one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it's not really like through hard work or anything. It's more through just the fact that you guys align and you guys are meant for each other. And but there's like not very many people I would say like fit that category for me. And
Yeah,
it makes sense because no like not everyone should be in your life. Like if everyone was super cool, I guess you would just like want to be friends with everyone. Uh but also like I don't know, just like is it the case for you that you see like the good in everyone? Like you like enjoy everyone, like have fun in every interaction
I
and stuff.
do.
You do?
Yeah, I,
Okay.
I if you if I like took all the separate like groups of friends that I'm a part of, they're wildly different. Like at school, there's that group of people. There's multiple groups of people at my school, just alone that I interact with,
Mm-hmm.
which two ends of the spectrum. And then there's people at rowing, which are kind of more macho, like push through the pain, like I don't give a fuck, like you know, do that stuff. But they're also funny, you know. And so I have that mentality sometimes. And then I have friends from outside of school at a different place who are very like casual, kind of, you know, hard to talk to
Yeah.
on a deeper level sometimes, but they're fun to hang out with. And I've been friends with them for years, and I love them. I love every person that I'm friends with, but very, very differing people that I can still find in me to like enjoy their company.
Mm.
Um,
What does that mean for you? Like enjoy their company? Because I think I'm still trying to understand that, like in my own
yeah.
perspective or world.
Well, I think like okay, theoretically, you know, you have your friends that align with your values and align with your morals and all that stuff. And I think personally, I think that's too idealistic. Like it's too far-fetched of an idea to completely implement in your life because to me, that means I'm getting rid of a bunch of people that I have a lot of fond memories of and a lot of like secure relationships with. Like there are people at mainly rowing that only the only people that kind of differ from my values are people from rowing. But like I recently quit, but I went back and I was just in Mission Bay where they row, and I was just gonna go on a run, wasn't gonna talk to them, and somebody saw me on the street and like told me to get in their car, and like everybody wants to see me,
Uh-huh.
and I hopped in and said hi to like 30 people. They're like, "How have you been?" And it's only been like 3 weeks, you know. And
Yeah.
it's it's cool because I felt so. I mean, I spent you know time 25 plus hours a week with them for literally every week for a year and a half, just to like I'm just imagining separating myself socially from that, like in the moment, like just separating myself from them because I didn't like that they thought this way or had this belief. I'd be missing out on so many good memories and the things that changed me. So I think it's a little too idealistic to like kind of fit people into your box that you'd want to hang out with. Because
Mm-hmm.
one, the people outside of that box give you different perspectives. You might not like everything that they have, but they
Mm-hmm.
give you different things that you are like, oh, that's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And two, you have a better social scene. And three, you just get friends for life. Like, regardless of what they think, unless it's super crazy,
Mm-hmm.
like, that's obviously there's a limit. But I think just enjoying their company and being friends, like close friends, and having good memories of hanging out, like, it means so much to me having those friends and knowing that they also care about me. I would hate to imagine that that never would have existed if I was so strict on who my friends should be. You know?
Mm. That's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, just correlating it to you, like college, especially first years, the most social probably you'll be in your life. You're
Mhm.
meeting people, and you can join clubs, and you'll see people at class. And my philosophy and when I'm going to go is I'm going to talk to literally everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't care what
You
they're
should.
like. I don't care what they think, because I don't have to be best friends with them, but I want to get to know them. And I'm not going to be friends with every single person because I'm going to talk to thousands, or not thousands, hundreds.
Mm.
But like, don't have a fixated box of who, like, if you're like, oh, you think this, oh, see ya. Like, I don't like that, and that's not how I've developed, and I would have been a completely different person if I thought that, and personally I would be a worse person if I thought that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I wouldn't have developed things in not like a worse morally person, but worse,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Okay. In terms of like better in terms of like having more of these like fond memories and like expanding your perspective and
Yeah.
worldview and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just having the confidence to replicate in the future, like going up to people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I'll just talk about rowing real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I played volleyball my first 2 years of high school, and I didn't love it. Like, I wasn't super close with anybody on the team, while other people were closer, and they were like hanging out, and I was like, oh, hey, and everybody knew my name, and I was fine, but I wasn't close. And the team wasn't really committed to like when we would work out, people would like look the other way, or like when the coach would look away, they would like stop working out. Like, it wasn't a committed team.
Mm-hmm.
And so my aunt used to row. She almost went to the Olympics. My grandpa rowed. My great uncle rowed. And so I decided to give it a try.
Okay.
It's the hardest sport and the hardest thing I will ever do, mentally and physically. It was horrible, and on top of that, joining it was incredibly daunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one, knowing that it was going to be the most physically challenging thing I'll ever do in my life, and two, going in while knowing nobody. While all these people have already known each other for at least a year, and like, that was crazy. And initially, when I joined the team, I was on a novice team at the start, just getting the basics, and then I joined the varsity team.
Mm-hmm.
They did not like accept me. Like I got
no.
cursed out the first day, and yeah, that wasn't fun. And like, they weren't horrible, but like, they had their group, and they had their group, and they had been together for like a year and a half at that point. It's like, I get it. And there's these new people coming in, and he's a scrawny kid, and he's just, I did something wrong, and I got like cursed at.
Yeah.
And I felt bad. I think I cried that night. And then,
Nice.
yeah. And then,
How heavy were you at that point?
like, physically?
Yeah.
Not,
I don't know like what's considered scrawny or like big.
well, I was 6'1" and 160, 165, I think. I'm like 178 now. But yeah. But funnily enough, the guy who cursed me out, we became like best friends, and he's my best friend now from the team.
Mm.
But it's just,
Sick.
yeah, it's interesting. But joining was like crazy. Like, quitting a sport that I was pretty okay at. Like, I could have done it my full 4 years. I had people that I knew. I quit for something like horribly physically awful, and I knew nobody. I don't know why I did it, actually, but it was the best decision that I ever made in my life. And because I did that, like, I feel so confident in the fact that, one, I can do anything, physical or mental, because it was just so awful that that's my bar. And so I can do anything
Yeah,
here
yeah.
because I did this. And then also, like, I have the confidence that I can make friends with so many people because I went into a group that was so closed off in their culture, and or like they were friends, and they're like, what are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
And I integrated myself in that group, and I became best friends with everybody in that group, to the point where when I left, some people like cried, and we all went for like a goodbye brunch. Like, that never happened with other people who left.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't mean to put myself on a pedestal. I'm just saying I'm
No, that's
so,
sick. Yeah.
yeah, I'm so confident now because I took the chance and I did do something where I was completely terrified with, and it paid off greatly. And even if it didn't pay off greatly, the fact that I did it gives me confidence that I can do it again, and hopefully it would go better than the last time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So why did you, if you don't mind me asking,
no, yeah, of course.
quit?
Yeah. So
I don't know if you already mentioned it.
I maybe briefly did. It was, well, as I said, it was horrible. So it was normally it was a full year sport. So from summer to summer, like, it was a full year.
Mm-hmm.
It was like fall was a season, then winter was a training season, and then spring was a season, and then summer was technically optional. I never said it was optional. You wake up at 5 a.m. every day during the summer,
Holy.
work out from 6 to 8, and then I would work out extra for 2 hours after that. So
By
it was
yourself or with the
by
team?
myself. By myself.
Okay.
And so I'd, wake up at 5 and finish rowing at 11 on a summer day. And it was a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You've been doing that for like one day.
Yeah, no, so I did it every weekday, and I had like relationships. I was dating someone at the time. I was like, had obviously friends, and I fitted in, but I was doing that while I was working college apps every day. It was a lot, and during the school year, I mean, God, I'm a senior, and so my first trimester is obviously the hardest, and I was going to practice 8 times a week because I had morning practice. So I'd wake up at 4, go to practice, then go to
Jesus
school,
Christ.
then go to practice after
Oh,
school.
no.
Then I had work to do, then I went to bed.
You have a job too?
I don't have a job. No,
Oh.
I meant, sorry, school work.
Okay, schoolwork. Yeah.
Sorry. But it was crazy. Like, it was, and Saturday practice at 8, so you wake up at 7. You never slept in. I personally went to church, so I couldn't sleep in on Sundays. I never slept in for my entire year that I was rowing. So yeah, I think that's kind of an answer. And like, my friends would like get pissed at me because I couldn't hang out Friday nights because I'd have practice every Friday of the school year.
Mm-hmm. Like, what are the times for your Friday practice?
4 to 7 p.m.
Oh.
So I could hang out that night, but then I'd have practice at 8 a.m.
Oh.
So I'd have to wake up at 7.
Yeah.
So I did sometimes hang out from like 10 to 11:30, but they lived like 45 minutes north.
Oh.
So it was like I couldn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So it was really, really, really hard. It was really hard, and I mean, I don't really tell anybody this because it just sounds pretentious. Like, oh, well, I had the hardest, you know.
No, good on you. Good on you for doing that.
Yeah, but it paid off. I mean, physically, it definitely helped. Thankful for that. And then mentally, like, of an image of a workout, an easy workout. This was like, thank God day. Like, we have an easy workout. Is, the rowing machines at the gym. So everybody would get on that, and you'd be on there for about an hour and a half. Just no music, no visual stimulation, just you and your thoughts staring at a screen, working out for an hour and a half. So if you put that into miles, we did about 13 miles of rowing, which is like equivalent of running. Like, we did like a half marathon, maybe 10 miles, but of just no stimulation. And it was rough. And that was the easy workouts. The other ones were like sprints, and they Like you try doing some stuff on the rowing machine and it sucks.
Yeah, I don't think I've done more than like 20 minutes on a rowing machine.
And that's
It's
a
pretty
lot,
tiring. Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Like 20 minutes. If I'm so like not trained anymore, like mentally. If I try to do 20 minutes, I'd be like, God, this sucks. Like it's not
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's an answer. The only thing that held me together was the love of just getting faster. Like I would
Oh.
feel like I would see myself in the mirror and I'd be like sweaty, but I would see the progress and I would love it.
Hmm.
And then, you know, the friendships that I made along the way and everybody like going through, I'd say like going through hell together brought us so close because
Hmm.
we'd all like dread doing the workout and then after we'd be like, that was awful. And then
Yeah,
it was like, see you tomorrow for the next one.
that's
And,
awesome.
and
Yeah.
so that was awesome. But the reason I quit was I had okay, I'm gonna rant a little bit more. Sorry.
Go ahead.
But there's this race called Head of the Charles. It's in Boston and it's the largest race in the world for rowing. Um I think there's 11,000 competitors across the world. And so in my bracket, I was training all summer and late spring through all summer and early fall to get on this boat to go to this race because my grandma used to watch this when she grew up in Boston with her dad when she was a little girl, and when she heard that it was a race that I could go to, by the way, this was a horribly long shot, but that I could go, she like started crying, and so when that happened, I'm like, shit, I gotta lock in. And so that's why I woke up every day at 5 a.m., worked out for like 5 hours every day, because I wanted to get to it. And I wasn't the fastest guy. Like there was a guy who was on the team that is the sixth fastest guy in the nation, which is insane. Like I'm
Hmm.
probably like the 100,000th, but he's the sixth fastest guy in the nation. And unfortunately, his wrist was hurting,
Mm.
and we were on the boat together. And there's a thing for like rowing, the rowing machine, which is like just pure power, and
Hmm.
then on the water, you have to have technique, and weight also has a factor because if you're really heavy, you're sinking the boat,
Oh yeah.
making it heavier. So I was really good on the water. Like that was my strength. I had great technique. Regardless of if I was slower than the person, I could beat them
Hmm.
sometimes. So after training really hard and you know, putting my everything out on each like race,
Yeah.
I got on the boat,
Okay.
which was amazing. And then we trained or like so much for this race. Um, and then we went to Boston. It was an amazing experience. And then I raced. We did okay, but we raced against like the fastest 18-year-olds.
Oh.
So we were in like the middle, which is honestly not that bad in my opinion.
Mm.
And I was able to go, and it was the experience of a lifetime. And after that, I didn't really see a need to continue. It was my senior year. I was already stressed out enough, and I wanted to have a little bit of fun and hang out with people.
Yeah.
And I kind of had the height of my athletic career in my entire life. I won't be able to beat that.
Maybe you will.
I don't know.
If you want.
I want to do an Ironman, and I don't even think that's
Oh.
as much
It's not
as
even
this.
as much as that.
No, I
Wow.
think this goes under what I did,
Yeah.
just because of the prestige of it. So, I was like, I I hit my milestone. I think it's okay if I retire, and I'm so thankful I did. But that's kind of the long answer on why I quit.
That was a hell of a long answer.
Yeah, that was a really long
Okay.
time. But yeah, I mean, you played sports. Did you play tennis?
No, I played soccer and then I got injured
Played soccer.
in
I knew
freshman
that.
year, and then
I thought you played
quit.
tennis. Or was that Jason?
I think Jason might have. Dude, everyone thinks I'm Jason. It's crazy. Like, what the hell? Like, I was at the party and like, there's like, I don't want to drop names. These like two girls, like, well, one of them was in my class, 6-person class for a whole year. I was sitting like literally right next to her for a whole year, and we were like friendly. she goes up to me. She's like, Jason. And I'm like, I thought she was joking. I'm like, no, I'm Ryan. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
That's so bad.
I don't even know what it, yeah, but it's whatever.
That's so bad. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I would recognize you too. I just didn't remember who did what.
Okay.
That's a better mistake, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Jason did do tennis.
He-
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. I think he probably did.
I know he plays. I just don't know if he played.
Oh. No.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
soccer.
Soccer, yeah. I was like, I really want to do well. It's like, mm, I, I don't know if you've experienced this with volleyball. It's like you want to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, like I wanted to be good. I actually training a lot and like pushing myself, and then my like hip sort of got injured and just like, and then I wanted, and then my parents were like, you gotta get into like a college, and I would like put that as my purpose, like for
Yeah.
myself. So I was like, don't, like soccer is takes so much time.
Yeah.
It's like practice every day. So then I was like, I'm just gonna quit and focus on speech and debate, which was not the best for my health, I would say.
Yeah. It's tough, especially with like other people imposing their pressure on you and like telling you which way to do it, which way to go.
Mhm.
But sports do take a lot of energy and time. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyways,
Anyways,
steering away from rowing. So you say you play piano and
Ye-
guitar?
yeah, but I haven't really played. I haven't played like in a year. Well, I've like tinkered around a little, but not really. Yeah, it's just there's like a lot of. I think if I committed to it, I would be able to have time to. I'm gonna bring my guitar up next
That's good.
semester and probably like play some things that I like. But yeah. How is it for you? Like, do you? Well, for me, it's just like I just feel like obligated when when I was younger when I did piano. Like my mom would tell me to practice every day, so it kind of became a chore, and I still like enjoyed it. Like it was like, oh, it's cool. I play piano, and guitar is like sort of similar. Like I was putting the pressure on myself though, because I did guitar for like I did classical guitar for like 2 years with like a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But I know like some people who play music and they just like really love it, including you. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Like, so I obviously learned piano first. That's kind of the staple, I think, of everybody.
Mm.
But I, didn't really pick up on that. I learned drums. My dad's a drummer, and so I
Oh,
learned
cool.
drums when I was like 3, barely. But like I was on the drum set when I was 3. There's a picture.
Nice.
And then I got into guitar in 4th grade, and I took lessons from the high school teacher at Parker.
Oh, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, Mr. Ford.
Oh, wow.
Because my sister was in his 6th grade guitar class, and she took lessons, so I took lessons. So I'm still in his class, and so I've known him since I
Wow.
was in 4th grade.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But it's just something that I rely on. Like, it's kind of, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing, but like people at school think of me as the music person. Like, I don't know, we do not like have any relationship whatsoever, but like you might have known me as like the music person because of my social media, or
Yeah.
like I played at some events at school.
Mm.
So that's kind of who I am to a lot of people who don't know me personally. And recently, like for the past year and a half, I've stopped thinking of myself as music and more thought of myself as rowing, because that took up literally all my time.
Mm.
And I barely had time to do music until early summer. But now I'm getting back into it. Like, as I said, I did music last night, and the night before that, and the night before that, and I have steered away from just playing guitar and more so music production. Like, I have music released, and I go on my laptop and I use this mic. I have my guitar, I have drums, I have a bass, I have electric guitar, and then I have like the synthesizers, and
Hmm.
I just make songs.
You play all these instruments and like combine it together?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You don't have like someone else playing while you're playing.
No.
Damn. Okay.
So it takes a while
Yeah.
because I'm playing guitar and they're like, okay, that sounds good. Let me get to the
Damn.
drums.
Oh
You know.
man.
But I mean, it's great. It's so. I saw this quote on social media, and it was like this girl, but she was like, imagine the breakup songs that you cry to are your own, which I always thought was funny. I mean, I haven't cried to my own song. Okay, anyways, I haven't cried to a, yeah, whatever. But like, it's cool because I empathize with that a lot because I get to funnel my emotions through my own songs. I didn't realize it's such a unique thing, but
Yeah.
like, I'm going through something right now, and so I've been writing a song, and it's kind of unique because I'm kind of writing it as like a message for a person who I want to read it or
Okay.
listen to it. And so I'm like writing it from my perspective, but also like saying objective things that we both know. And it's like, it's kind of cool. It's like this weird cryptic message that I'm going to be like, guys, listen to my song. You specifically. And like, it's cool like that. Hey. Wow, that was a double dog dare.
What is that?
I don't know. Anyways, um, yeah, it takes a lot of energy. But yeah, I love it. It's really cool. It's a great way to relieve stress or emotions in any way.
Hmm. Hmm. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I started on my phone in 8th grade,
Yeah.
just like playing around with GarageBand,
Okay.
making my own songs, mostly making covers of songs. And then I got my laptop and did like mostly all covers because I wasn't good enough to like do my own stuff. And I got into doing my own stuff with a band. And recently I've done solo stuff. So I have like an album and a couple things on the side. And it's intricate. Like I'm an audio engineer. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because I record, I produce, I mix, I master, and those are all the processes. But
Hmm.
and I songwrite, obviously.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
So,
a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it saves money. I'm not gonna go to a producer.
That's what they do. They mix it for you and
Yeah.
stuff.
So all I do is like play music, like sing and play the guitar, and then they do all their
Hmm.
computer stuff. But
Okay.
instead, I'm in my room trapped for like 30 hours playing music and like
Yeah.
intricately changing like the notes of certain instruments
Mm.
or the timing and rhythm of things.
Hmm. Okay. I've always thought about this. Like when you write a song, like it has a limited amount of words, right? So,
What do you mean?
like in the sense that
For it to sound good, you mean?
no, well, you're like you have an idea or like emotions you want to express or a feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and it's conveyed.
Oh,
Oh,
I see what you're saying.
I don't know if I like, but there's like meaning. I guess there's meaning in the sound too, but I'm just like mainly
Mm.
thinking about the lyrics.
No, it's all the lyrics, kind of. I mean,
Okay.
you can create a vibe with
The
the
vibe,
sound, like if
yeah.
it's sad or happy or something. But are you saying there's like, for complex emotion, there's only so much you can verbalize?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just like quickly say this thing. So like I have what I like singing. Like I'll like just start singing like random lyrics to myself. Like I'll like create just in my head. It's kind of like talking, but it's like singing.
Hmm.
And I like it, but then it just sounds. It's like very like I guess it's unorganized, and I was like, it'd be cool if I could just like like know what to do on my guitar, my piano, and like create a song from that. But then I would have to like repeat and like go back and
Yeah.
like write down the lyrics and like do. I don't know if it gets repetitive. Is also what I'm wondering. I'm saying.
No, my biggest issue actually with the whole process is songwriting, because I feel so ass at it. like, like it's so weird because I listen to some of the songs, and the lyrics, when you look at them, they're corny as hell. Like
Yeah.
they're not, at least for the music I listen to, like they're not good like, okay, they are good lyrics, but if I were to write them, I would have been like, this is so corny, you
Uh
know?
huh.
And then, like, when I read some of my lyrics that I've released, I'm like, this is kind of corny.
Uh huh.
But when you're listening to the song, you don't think that. And so my biggest issue is or like something's unoriginal.
Yeah.
Like when I do something, I'm like, God, this sounds like it's so either too basic or too specific from another song. And
Mm.
I just have to get over that barrier. That's my biggest issue, getting over that barrier to be like, yeah, it sounds ass now, but I've spent 5 minutes on it. Like, let it develop, and like it'll change over time. And when I produce it, it'll sound unique, because what makes a song is the sound. Like, you don't even have to hear the lyrics to know the rhythm, to hear the tone of the instruments. Like, you can recognize a song without the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And the production is the most important part from my experience. So it's fun. It takes so much time in it, but it's crazy. And another thing, which is kind of cool to be able to do, is like have the other person know you wrote songs about them. Like, isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And it's like released.
yeah, and like imagine like you like show your friends and like, is this song good? And like, yeah, it's fun. It's like, yeah, it's about me. And that'd be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if I wrote a song about you?
Oh,
Ooh,
that would be like
wow.
interesting.
But like,
So you like relish in the feeling that like you can like like kind of indirectly like.
in the least narcissistic way, yes. Like, I just think it's cool.
Okay.
I think it would be cool if I was like song written about. Like, if I have friends who make music, so like if they made a song
Oh.
and it was about me. Actually, there is a song about me in a negative way, but
Oh.
there is a song about kind of me
Okay.
with by my other friend who got like kicked out of the band and I got joined. Like, they replaced him with me, and he made a song
About.
being like, he's in the place I used to stand, and like,
Oh.
yeah. So that wasn't
Hmm.
fun, but you know, when it's in a bad way, I guess it's not fun. But if it's in a good way, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's about me. That's weird.
I guess good for him for expressing his emotions though. Right?
He was kind of right for it.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
that's fair.
anyways, that's a that's a whole different topic. But yeah, I mean, I've only written songs about relationships so far. The things I've released are all about relationships,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm starting to deviate from, kind of, not really. But yeah. Like, let me ask you this. This is totally off topic. I'm kind of deviating from the music thing, but have you ever like met somebody where you're like, wow, we align so well? Like, more in a romantic sense, if not, but if not in a normal friendship sense, and we're like so similar.
Friendship sense. Yeah. Friendship sense. Yeah. There's like one guy on my floor who I'm like really good friends with now. And like we're like really similar. but,
Well, I was just,
but like,
I don't know where I was going with this. Actually.
are you talking about? Are you trying to like? And romantically, like I'm only now starting to get into it.
That's good.
Yeah, but like not really. There's like people that like on paper I would say like align really
Yeah.
well, and then but then emotionally or like I guess we're not on
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
page.
A good question that I always that seems to be so controversial, and I've changed my opinion on in the past couple or year. When you think about dating, do you think about dating in the like you're like when you're judging somebody basically whether you would like to date them, are you judging them in the sense where it's like, is this a person I'd want to marry, or are you just like, are they cool? Could I hang out with them?
It was at the beginning of a school year. For me, I was like, well, I like never had any dating experience, so I was kind of just like, do they like me?
So you didn't even really like.
I didn't even go to the part of like me evaluating them, but now I'm like starting to do that, and like it's like, I guess there's like the urge to like hook up,
Yeah.
and then like I realize that it's like, I don't think it's like exactly what I want to do. So like now I've been thinking about it more in the sense of like, is this a, like, I don't really, it's really hard to like fully know a person, but I guess a part of it is just like getting to know them, seeing if they're cool.
Yeah.
And if I like connect with them, that's awesome. And maybe we're not like meant for each other, but like that's okay. Like I'll still enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. Because some people are like, if you don't date with the intention to marry them,
yeah,
then you're just dating to like hook up and have fun, or like sexual fun. Like that's the insinuation, which I really don't like. Like I think like ultimate goal. Yeah. Like I want to marry somebody at someday.
Yeah.
But
same.
I'm 18 years old. Likely the girls that I'm surrounded by have a lot more changing and maturing to do until they're ready to be married. So that's not a great evaluation. And dating can just be a form of like, you're with somebody for this finite amount of time, probably. Like have fun while you can. Like enjoy your experiences by sharing them with somebody, not even in a sexual like connotation. Like have fun with them.
Have fun. And
make the memories memorable. You know?
Exactly, yeah.
And what I feel very strongly about is I had a relationship. My first relationship was very serious, and oh my God, I started relationships in the sense where it's like, this person's my person. Like, it's not a fuck around. Like, oh yeah, I'm like dating them, but you know, it's whatever. Like, I was very. I love you. You're my girlfriend. Like, I'll do anything for you, which with this person wasn't great because I excused anything that I maybe thought was bad. And I just threw out of my mind being like, no, it's like my girlfriend. She's great, you know, which kind of ruined me because I had no guts to fight back. And then at the end, I was so thankful that I had the relationship because it taught me how like submissive kind of I was being. Like I was I took shit kind of.
Yeah.
The hard part was she didn't know she was giving shit. It was just a sucky. It was just a sucky situation.
Yeah.
So after that, I just changed my standards and what I was looking for. And after that, like there were people who, you know, wanted to date me, and I just knew that it wouldn't go well. And I didn't want to go through that whole process of being like, 3 months later, I'm like, fuck, this isn't working out. Can we break up? Like I didn't want to do that again because my first time was so bad. And then I found a person who is very, very in line with me. And like we worked amazingly together, and it was the complete like 180 opposite of my first one. And so now I know like what I'm looking for, and it's great.
Nice.
I don't know why. Anyways, I'm yapping. That
was interesting.
Yeah. So to follow that, I guess like since you don't have any romantic experience, are you afraid that like, are you afraid of anything going into something? Like, are you afraid of like the commitment, or are you afraid that they're not going to be as committed as you? or that you're not gonna find anybody?
I was like pretty. I mean, I still kind of. Well, maybe in like the past, pretty recently, past 3 weeks, I've been pretty. Like I've the the heartbrokenness or like the pain I guess I was feeling from like the first day I ever went on, like the only day I've been on, just not like she not responding to me like that.
Mm,
That was like lingering with me for so long. And,
yeah.
like I still think about like what the heck, like that's so sad. Like I don't know what's wrong with me, but
Right.
it's like the past couple weeks I had this like one, I was recording a podcast episode just on my phone. Like I go on walks near my residential hall, and I was recording and just like trying to explain my feelings, and I got to this point where I just like started like realizing like why I feel like this loneliness. It's like life is like super hard like when you're by yourself, and I kind of have like health issues, and that doesn't really help. And so I was just like, and like family and whatnot, and so I just started crying, and I cried for like a good like 20 minutes and
Mm.
just talking, and that kind of like the day after and just up until now I've sort of like understood like, yeah, like you are by yourself, like your happiness is not dependent on anyone else.
Right.
And like I haven't really felt as existentially afraid of being like of being in a relationship with someone, because I know if it's the right person, um or if it's like someone I'm meant to learn from, like it's going to be an experience that I won't regret.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously I haven't really had any relationship experience, so it could be painful, but like I just will enjoy the pain. Like I'll be chill.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was. I mean, I would say with my first relationship, it was like a shit ton of pain. Like it sucked. It was awful. Don't mean to put the other person down, because genuinely, like I still like think the other person just wasn't the right person for me. Like they never really like consciously intended to hurt me. We just weren't good matches. Like they were just too mean for me, and I was too delicate at the time.
mhm.
Um, but it was awful, and it taught me one that I probably needed to toughen up a little bit, but overwhelmingly. Oh my god, overwhelmingly so
Yeah.
that I needed to find a better person.
Mhm.
And after I got over that, like solving that like personal, like, okay, that sucked in the time, but I'm fine now. Like after having that experience, I was like eternally grateful for it ever happening. It was
Yeah.
like it just changed who I was and set me up for so much future success,
Mhm.
because it was so bad that I wouldn't want to do that ever again.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to align myself or be with people like her, you know?
I had the same feeling of like like immense gratitude. Like that's probably one of the most grateful things like that's happened to me, like going on that date, even though it's like much smaller in scale compared to you. But
Yeah.
that like totally shattered me. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That can happen. um yeah, it's just having the experience of being like having the experience where it sucks and you realize something from it is probably more helpful than having a good experience.
Mm.
And because you're just going to be like, oh, that was fun, but you're not going to take much from it. Whereas hopefully when you have a bad experience, you take something from it
Mhm.
and you grow with it, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Sometimes that's not the case, and
Mhm.
it leads you on a spiral, and that's not good.
Yeah.
But that's a conscious thing that you can't avoid. Like people can't avoid that if they work at it.
Mhm.
Like I'm not gonna name names, but with that first relationship, it was tough because I was very communicative, almost overly so. Like I gave this person a lot of chances and communicated why it was hard for me to stay. And at the end, like even when I broke up with them, I still called them to make sure they were okay and like to talk about it. And the consensus was that we would both work on ourselves. Like, I needed to change. She agreed. She thought that she needed to change. And I was at the time, I was like, this is great. Like, we're gonna both come out of this better people, in our own individual ways. And at least from an outside perspective, it didn't seem like that she made the initiative to make that change.
Yeah.
Which is really, it was frustrating for me at the time because I wanted to see her succeed. Like, I wanted to see her improve herself and like get to that point where she wanted to be. And I thought I could have helped her with that. And she either is now happy where she is. I actually don't know how she is now or like who she is now because I just, I don't have any tie to her. But
Yeah.
like, maybe she has changed or she hasn't and she's happy where she is. But right after that time where you're at rock bottom, you have to make a choice whether to stay there and get worse or improve yourself with the experience that you just had. And that is a hard decision. It's obvious, but I think it's, if you choose to build yourself back up, it can be one of the best things that happen to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Afterward, it improved my confidence. It improved my wellness, mental wellness. It improved my perception of myself surrounding everybody.
Your standards.
Yeah, my standards with who I also want to look for, which definitely helped. It was great. It was a great time.
It's awesome.
So yeah. No shame to anybody. We're just all different.
Yeah.
Anyways. Anywho. Yeah.
What time is it?
1:25.
1:25.
Or like hour 25.
Wait, what else did you say? We can go for like a little bit long, maybe like another 15 minutes.
Okay.
How is your college? Are you still applying to college? College application.
One more.
Okay. You're pretty much done.
Yeah, I'm basically done. I was very worried with rowing in school, like just normal academic schools, like school classes, that I was not gonna have time for college, and I didn't. So thankfully, at the start of June, I started working on essays. So I had like a schedule, and my schedule would be like working on UCs, and then when I had rowing, do my rowing in the morning, and then at 11 I'd get lunch and go to school because Mission Bay and our school are relatively close. And so I'd go to Miss A's room and work on essays for like 2 hours. And I'd do that every day. And I was basically like 85% done with all my applications by the start of school, which was
that is insane.
Like, and even still, I struggled with finishing them because I didn't have that 15%. Like, it was so tight. Like, my schedule in first trimester was insane. I don't think I hung out with one person one time.
Oh, wow.
Literally, outside of school.
Yeah.
It was insane. But I did it, and I did all early action. That was my goal. So I did every school that I could early action, and then I did UCs, and I have one regular decision school.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a process, though. I mean, the refining and the crystallizing the essays and the specifics of doing all the activity lists and all that stuff is just, God,
it sucks.
Like, let me hear what your experience was.
Dude, good job for finishing them. Like, doing
It's awful.
Yeah, dude, doing all. I did like 85% of my essays to like the last 3 weeks.
That's normal.
I guess, but
no, I mean, it is.
My goal was like doing it over the summer, which I like did not really work on them, and I had like a college counselor who was like pushing me, and I felt bad because my mom paid like thousands of dollars for the college counselor, and I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I just can't do it, or like what? I was like watching like more podcasts about discipline, like hard work, than like and like neurocircuitry than like actually doing the work, which is stupid. But
That's funny.
yeah, and yeah, I was a lot, and I felt like I was pretty, and I was like, there's stuff going on, like socially that would distract me. Like I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Like I was like, why do I? Well, I knew I had to do it. It was just like I guess I didn't have the focus that I've sort of you sort of
Yeah.
develop as you get more confident and you start thinking less, I guess, about unnecessary things.
Yeah, well, I would argue that having somebody close to you socially helps. Like I was in a relationship at the time where I was waking up at 5 a.m.
Mm.
and doing these college essays, which was insane. And it was kind of the only thing that was keeping me going, you know?
Oh.
Because they were very supportive and they were like, you got it, like lock in, like do this. And I
Mm.
wouldn't, if I didn't have that person, I would have like not done that and like
Yeah.
watched a YouTube video and like not done anything, right?
Okay.
But with that person's help, like they're like I would like complain to me about I'm not doing this today, and they're like, no, like you kind of have to, like you have to work. I'm like, fuck, you're right. And like
Yeah.
it would actually help a lot, and that's the person you need. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I look for somebody who's smart or disciplined as a romantic partner because that's so important to me. One, just for conversation and like normal, like I want to be with somebody who can articulate their thoughts relatively well.
Okay. Yeah.
Like not like this, but like I'm not like talking this professional with my
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
girlfriend, but like you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah. I get.
and then also just to like have that same work ethic of like you have to work hard. And so that was great when it was a person from our school because our school's culture was exactly like exactly that.
Mm.
Like it was work hard, academics matter a lot, like put in the time now and you'll thank yourself, which is very true. Hard, but it's very true. And yeah, in my experience, having a partner really helped give me the security and encouragement to do what I needed to do. Like, because yeah, they also distracted me because we would hang out for like 5 hours. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let's say I hung out with them for 5 hours and worked for 2 hours. If I didn't have a relationship, maybe I would have watched a YouTube video and be like, oh, I'll do it in an hour. And then the hour gets pushed back until I'm like rotting for 7 hours, you know? So you never know, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, in my experience, they're a good distraction plus good encouragement.
Well, it's not really a distraction if it's like you enjoy it, or it's like time well spent. If you're like really enjoying their company.
Well,
But
yes.
sometimes it could be like you do need to lock in though.
Yeah, they can be a distraction.
Mm.
But what was funny was I have so many friends in your class. I was at a grad party, and I was telling them like, yeah, like I'm just like tomorrow I'm gonna start working on my essays because it was like gonna be June 1st, and they're like, yeah, good luck. Like, yeah, that's what I told myself too. And it sounds like that was everybody's like internal monologue. Like, yeah, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna do it over the summer so I don't have stuff to do in fall. And I think her saying that pissed me off enough to actually prove her wrong, which was good.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I'm thanking her for the motivation to prove her wrong.
Yeah.
That was helpful. But it's such a like common thing, like just pushing it off. Because if you planned a regular decision, you think like September to January, like holy shit, that's a lot of time.
But yeah,
It goes by quick.
It's so fast.
And it's a long process. So
yeah.
I also thank my teachers and like my college counselor, and then my parents. They were also on my ass. It was not all me. Like it was like I did the work, but I never would have done it myself if I didn't have those people like genuinely pushing me.
Yeah.
Like my parents would threaten to take away some things, and then my girlfriend would just like, I actually listened to her because she was my girlfriend.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
it It was interesting.
My mom was on my ass, but she didn't. But I didn't listen to her,
Yeah.
and I was just annoyed at her. I was like, "Mom, I'm gonna do it. I got this," and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not her fault.
I did that with a lot of other things. Yeah, I'm not like the best at following my parents' instructions. But they had I have two older siblings. So they kind of knew, and my older brother was a huge procrastinator. Like huge, like definitely worse than you, like worst one I know. He would like not study for a test and then stay up all night and he would ace it, and that's fucking asshole. But she like kind of got the process down. Like she would make me do it, and like sit there and do it with me. Like it was like a whole thing. So it was unique in that way. I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
If people are like, "Wow, that's impressive," to me, it's like I was genuinely forced to. Like it wasn't really that impressive. Like my parents would be like, "Oh, how much work did you do?" I like did this, and they're like, "Let me read it." Like it would be like it was like homework. So it wasn't that type of relationship though. I never resented them, but it was a thing. So it wasn't that impressive. It was just like I had a deadline.
Well, I mean, you still did the work. Like that's
Yeah.
still listening to force or still like succumbing to it. It's still hard.
Yeah. I guess they just like not indoctrinated me, but they changed my perspective on when the deadline was. Like to me, that deadline was end of summer, like just mentally. So I did procrastinate. I'm like, fuck, I have to like do this, but technically I was doing it.
Yeah.
I had a schedule. But so, anyways, college, it'll be something.
Are you excited? Are you excited for?
I am.
College.
I'm so excited.
But are you excited for second or?
No.
You're not excited for senior year or like?
No. Not really.
Okay.
You know, to get in the weeds of it, I guess. I don't really have that many close friends. You know, I have friends, but you know, it's not the best situation, and then school's not very great. And so I kind of just want to get on with another chapter with my life, especially because like I want to know where I want to get into school, because I have a relationship with a person, not long distance, but it's kind of like we stopped talking because they went to college in summer.
Yeah.
And so I want to know if I get into that school, because it's still like an option in my head. Like it's like, oh, I don't want to get over them right now because like it's still an option. Like I could be with them if I get into the school. So I just want to get my decision, whether it's a rejection. It can't be a deferral. I swear to God, if it's a deferral, I'm gonna get so pissed. I want an acceptance or rejection, so I can like be like set. Like okay, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Or oh shit, maybe it could work.
Yeah. Well, even if you do get accepted, you still have other schools that you would probably consider, right?
Yeah, I don't know. This school's really good.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a reach. So I think despite this person actually going to the school, I would go to the school just because, which is great. You know,
that's nice.
I'm not going to the school for a person.
Yeah.
Actually. So if I did get in, besides I'd have to think about it just financially, but beyond that, I would go to the school. 100%. It's like my top 3, regardless of her. But I just want that letter. It's in a month, so.
Bro, okay.
It's gonna be a long month. But yeah, that's who I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot to introduce you.
Oh.
But this is Ryan.
Yeah.
Your last name is Drouin, right?
Yeah.
This is Ryan Drouin.
Ryan Drouin. Thanks for the 2 Ryans. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. It's like the first video podcast episode with a guest. So
yeah.
Thanks for being on.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It was great.
Are those bracelets, do you get them from Pura Vida? Or?
Yeah, this one. Yeah. These are Pura Vida.
I was literally just searching up today because I got these bracelets from a surf shop, but I don't think they're waterproof. Like, and those bracelets like look really cool.
I like them. They're also very easy.
You just keep them on.
I've never taken them off.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good, but I've had this for like a year. In one
Mm.
of them for a year, and it had like I shower with it, I go in the water with it. I've never had to take it off.
And they're cheap too. They're not even that expensive.
Mm,
Unless you get, or are there expensive
they're-
ones?
I can't remember. I haven't bought one in a little bit.
Okay.
I'd say they're like $15.
For each one?
Yeah.
I was just searching up and one, and they said it was $8.99 for one.
There are some. I don't think it's this one.
Oh,
There
okay.
there are some that are cheaper. Maybe it's this one. Honestly, I can't remember. I've gotten multiple and
Yeah.
I've lost them because I've had to take them off because of volleyball,
Oh.
and they just get lost. Sometimes they break. That's only if you're being stupid or if you take them on and off and on and off.
Mhm.
You can maybe break them. But I've just kept them on.
Nice.
Yeah, like this one was gifted by somebody. Take it off ever, you know.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get some once I get some money.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of moneyless right now. But yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I hope you have a great senior year. And I don't know if we'll talk again, but
We will.
okay.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a great year at college.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.